Welcome to my channel again. Today's story is about the Desperados Downfall. Susan, Marian, and Sharon, better known as Susie, Annie, and Sharon, were the epitome of beauty, class, and sophistication. They were well educated, poised, and knew how to attract the attention of the world's elite musicians, politicians, footballers, powerful men, you name it, they could attract them. But beneath the glitz and glamour lay their true nature. They were seasoned opportunists, experts in the art of deception. They ensnared wealthy men with charm, seduction, and the promise of love. Yet, as soon as the men were deeply entangled, the circle began. Pregnancies, dramatic breakups, enormous divorce settlements, etc. Though none of these men they had trapped ever married them, they still paid dearly to escape the web of deceit weaved by these women. With their fortunes growing, the trio lived lavishly, jets setting across the world, hopping from one extravagant resort to another, always in search of new unsuspecting prey. Their next targets were three rising celebrities. These were Rocky, Cliff, and Martins. Fresh to fame, these men had the world at their feet, with clubs and brands showering them with wealth. To Susie, Annie, and Sharon, they were the perfect marks. The ladies launched their usual tactics: charm, romance, and calculated vulnerability. The men appeared to fall for their beauty and wit, and soon the women envisioned a future of luxury funded by their newest conquests. They whispered to each other about securing their wealth, planning to tie the men down with pregnancies, or at the very least, an iron-clad marriage leading to a profitable divorce. However, unknown to them, Rocky, Cliff, and Martins had a secret of their own. Though they exuded wealth and opulence, not a single cent of their earnings was in their names. All their assets, houses, cars, and investments were registered under their parents' names. They had learned from the experiences of other stars who had been preyed upon by women like Susie, Annie, and Sharon. They took every precaution necessary, ensuring that no one could legally claim a dime from them without their permission. So for 3 years, the game played on. The women pushed harder, dropping hints about marriage, attempting to trap the men with pregnancies, only to find that the men were also extremely careful, always one step ahead. Growing impatient, the women dug deeper into their lovers' finances, discovering payments and lucrative deals flowing through their clubs and endorsements. Believing the men had finally amassed enough wealth to be worth a legal battle, they decided to strike, filing lawsuits for divorce settlements. Despite never being legally married, they expected the court to side with them, just as it has always done. But fate had other plans. When the case went to court, the truth unraveled in the most shocking way. The financial records were examined, and to their honor, the court found that the men had no assets in their names. On the other hand, Susie, Annie, and Sharon, having accumulated immense wealth over the years, were found to be far richer than their supposed targets. The ruling was clear and straightforward. Since the women had initiated the lawsuits and the men had no tangible wealth to take, It was they, the desperate ladies, who had to pay legal fees and settlements to the men. Humiliated and furious, the women realized they had been outplayed. Their desperation turned to panic, and they tried to beg for mercy, offering to withdraw the lawsuits. But Rocky, Cliff, and Martins, having heard of the women's previous exploits, refused to relent. They were determined to teach them a lesson, and so the once unshakable queens of deception found themselves ruined, not just financially, but also in reputation. Their extravagant lifestyles crumbled, their network of rich men cut them down, and of their names became synonymous with failure. For the first time, Susie, Annie, and Sharon were the ones who ended up in tears. The game was over. The hunters had become the hunted. Moral lessons of the story. Greed and deception always have consequences. Manipulating others for personal gain may bring temporary wealth, but it never leads to true success or happiness. Not everything that glitters is gold. People who appear wealthy and powerful may not always be as rich as they seem. Honestly, hard work pays off. Honesty also does. Instead of seeking shortcuts to riches, build genuine relationships and wealth through efforts that lead to long-lasting success. Karma is real. The harm you do to others may eventually return to you in unexpected ways. Smart people learn from history. The three men avoided becoming victims by being cautious and planning wisely. So you see, my viewers, be wise and plan cautiously. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to our channel. Let us know that you like this story and want us to do more. So kindly subscribe to our channel at African-Tale for more interesting stories. Thank you.